Good morning. This is Bobby Dupree with the Bobby Dupree Show, presented to you each Thursday morning at 7 a.m. And of course, it replays at 7 a.m. on Friday morning, and also at 2 p.m. Saturday and 2 p.m. Sunday. And of course, right now, many of you are also listening to it on 12:30 a.m. and 105.3 radio. So we've increased our radio coverage considerably by the merging of 105.3 and 12:30 a.m. KSLO here in Opelousas. The 105.3 tower is out of Simpsport, Louisiana. So we cover, it brings us well into Avals Parish, all of Avals, Port of Rapides, takes care of Point Capee, St. Landry, Evangeline, and even a little port in Acadia, they said. And we want to thank Chris Lamke, come on, Bobby, Lamke, for passing this information on to us. And this was and of course the internet. Many of you are watching on the internet. I must not forget.
Either live or they're watching the archive
or
shows.
The archive shows, either one you want. We one of the first TV stations that it's known that had streaming live programming. You agree with that?
I agree with that. And definitely one of the few in the area that archives our local programming. So go by and you can see a lot of the different shows online.
Online. Okay, we have I think a pretty good bit. We started off we ended last week at the retreat house in Grand Coteau. Our Lady of the Oaks Retreat House. Been there since 1938, and of course we're having a capital campaign drive right now, trying to raise some money to bring it up to speed. Put a new roof that's already been done, and that's anywhere from probably 110 to 125,000. It's been paid for, and
new mattresses in every retreatant's room, 50-something mattresses,
and bed covers and sheets and pillows, and I mean, it's a lot. Yeah, and when you walk into the front entrance where the
library,
retreatants, and reading area, completely, the top all the way to the floor has been changed out, painted. I mean,
it's pretty.
Jimmy Dozat, our new director, the person who takes care of the property and sets up the scheduling for the annual retreats, he and of course a board, came aboard in this position as director in April of last year, and it's amazing the accomplishment that he's already reached, and we have some more goals. We have about 220,000 in the bank, and another 42,000 according to Sissy, our bookkeeper and receptionist at the Oaks. So we're doing good, but we have a need of at least 400,000 because we haven't started making we hopefully will make all of the rooms with private baths. I mean, that's how we live at home today.
Currently, a few rooms share a bath between two rooms.
Right.
Make each one have their own.
Have their own, and quite a number of other things. But the work shows, and it was a nice retreat. You even took a few pictures. It's a silent retreat, by the way. It is a silent retreat.
You want to show some of those pictures right now?
Yeah, right now. Let's
go ahead. I took a couple of pictures because everyone's being silent. You don't want to distract them from their praying. I took a couple of pictures, and I see an attorney here in town, Greg Doucette.
You couldn't have disturbed him.
He was laying on his back,
was
relaxing. The little fountain was making a little noise in the background. I see down there Kenneth Marks over there to the right, and Leslie Schiff was there as well. And of course, Leslie isn't Catholic. Leslie is Jewish, but has come every year with us as well, and loves to come and pray and take some time to be with God. So I mean, it's a good thing. Look, poor Greg with his coffee. Yeah. I snuck up on him, and that's a little chapel in the little courtyard area where it's kind of the center of activity when you're at the retreat. But we had a very nice time, a whole big group, and there you are reading a book. What's the title of that?
God, I have issues. and it's interesting. I can't wait to get into reading it, and it refers you to passages in the Bible, and the Bible is something that I've read very, very little. So hopefully this will be interesting and motivate me into doing some reading of the Bible.
Written by Father Mark Thibodeau, who's originally from Church Point,
right,
and has been worked with the Jesuits. He's a Jesuit and has gone all over the country, Dallas for quite a few years now. He's
several books he's written,
and he's now one of the main directors at St. Charles Spirituality Center there in Grand Coteau.
In Grand Coteau, so right there, and of course his
brother Greg
married to Nancy, who's worked for the company for many, many years.
And then we got a picture of just the guys at the very end of the retreat, at the last blessing, at the last Mass.
I think that's Father Paul Patin from originally from the Breaux Bridge area.
Correct.
He's a Jesuit. He's one of our priests.
Right. And then that's the whole big group that we had at retreat, all sitting there from Port Barre to Lake Charles to all around the countryside. Had a really good group. I want to thank everybody who came. And then that's our ladies over with the kitchen staff. We always say it's a kitchen staff, but they're the cleaning staff and everything. They maintain the whole area.
The whole premises, inside the building. The building.
Presley Bdthurs and his crew do the outside and the maintenance, and Miss Marie and the rest of the...
Miss Marie is on the right. She's celebrating 43 years of working and is now the head cook, manager of the kitchen. And that was my 43rd year, so we kind of kidded each other after the retreat had ended, and at lunch on Sunday you can start talking again.
And that's all the crew at the end. We actually got to talk, and it's Father Nere over in the back, another one of the Jesuits there, giving us our little talk and our little pep talk before we head out. But that's...
I found he was a lot lighter this retreat. I found he was, I don't know.
He was the innkeeper this time. He wasn't the guy giving us the retreat.
Yeah,
so
that's
I guess he could be a little
that's
serious.
Right. Okay. But there was a noticeable difference in his, he laughed, and he likes to tell jokes.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And our guy that gave us our retreat, the guy that did all the talks, was Mr. Easton Hebert from the Lafayette area, not the Easton Hebert from the Port Barre area.
And I have his card here because I'm going to call him up and we're going to go motorcycle riding. He left out Monday morning. We broke the retreat ended about 1:30 on Sunday, and he was leaving out at 5 o'clock going to I want to say it's the Hill Country, that beautiful motorcycle riding. He's a motorcycle rider.
Fredericksburg and Johnson City, all that beautiful area.
Yes, sir.
And he and his wife both do spiritual retreats and very active around Our Lady of Wisdom Parish in Lafayette.
She's Robin.
Now, let me sneak a couple of sponsors in right now while we're at it. How about Benny's Supermarket? You know what started? It's Lent. Y'all in Lent now. Mardi Gras passed. Now you're in Lent. So now, a whole lot of you be looking for different types of things to eat in the Lenten season. You know, you're going to cut back a little bit. You're going to stay away from those sweets, maybe eat a little bit healthier. You're going to fix yourself spiritually and physically at the same time. Go by Mr. Bennett's. He got all kind of good things right now. And I know one of the big things they're selling is some catfish fillets at $3.98 a pound, little small fillets. So you can make a meal without eating like a hog. You know, it's not eat seafood to eat till you bust. It's eat just a little taste of seafood, a little bit of not meat, or even peanut butter. He's running specials on peanut butter as well, you know, for that luncheon to, you know, not eat all those big meals. But go by Mr. Benny's. 7 days a week, they've got the plate dinners. They've got Miss Mary's gift shop, Little Benny's sports shack with nutritional supplemental type needs, and the brand new Blake's Brew House with 80 imported beers from around the world.
I didn't go last week.
And you don't have to buy the big six-pack. You might be scared to buy that big six-pack of Guinness being a little too heavy. Maybe you want to get you one Guinness, and one of these, the beer they're featuring this week is Full Sail Amber. You know, get you some of the individuals to try out. Very good stuff at Mr. Benny's Supermarket. And how about the Slimco Scholarship Program? That's another good sponsor we can get. You can apply for a scholarship if you're a Slimco customer or the child of a Slimco customer. You've got till May the 5th to apply. You can either send it to the Slimco office in Lafayette. You can download the form online at slimco.com, or you can call them if you want to, 896-2520. It's to help, I believe it's 20 kids, and I say kids, 20 students in college.
Some of them are not kids.
That's right, it's not kids. You can be going back to school. You can apply, and it's a nice scholarship. I think it's $2,000 per head. Very, very nice. They give out the awards, the award scholarships at their summertime big soiree they have.
Big June party they throw every
That's right. So give them some help, and because they help out the community as well.
Okay, you want to show a couple of pictures?
I can show some more. Let's go.
Okay.
We got this lady at the Dollar General store. That's Miss Tessa.
Miss Tessa. I walked into Dollar General in Mamou, Louisiana, and she says, "Hello, Mr. Dupre." I started laughing. I said, "How do you know who I am?" She said, "You know how I know. I watch you on TV." She says, "I don't watch it every week, but every chance I get, I do." So good morning to you, and thanks for your good help and service while we were scouting around. I had Felix Torres was helping me.
How about this picture? This is an interesting one. I got an email in from a viewer, Mr. Dean Higginbottom from the Port Barry Pie Ridge area, and he went fishing in Toledo Bend, and what he's holding right there is a yellow bass. It's the biggest yellow bass caught in Louisiana history at Toledo Bend, 2.56 pounds. Now, I'm not a big fisherman. I don't know the difference between a big, I know they look different, big mountain yellow bass, but they even went to LSU and had it checked. LSU certified it, the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries. I want to congratulate Dean for catching that. That's one of my cousins, so that's his big old boat out there, and he also catches the big mouth bass, which of course are famous in Toledo Bend as well. But they sent him a letter from the Wildlife and Fisheries and showed him where he was. The old record was 1.2 pounds, and his was 2.5. So I mean,
Lord.
big jump.
You must have loaded it down with some of that lead that you...
That's right. You put them fishing weights in there. Watch out, Dean. All right. Now, you went to Mamou for the Mardi Gras.
For Mardi Gras.
Yes, sir.
And passed a good time. I just mentioned that I had, gone to the General, and we also went to the pig in Mamou, the Piggly Wiggly in Mamou.
Right.
And this is Tuesday morning, Mardi Gras morning. Vic is out and about visiting with all the young men and women that are preparing for the run. And this starts around 7, and they leave out at 8, and they get back around 4:30. So that's a long day.
Some of the musicians getting there, I see.
Yep.
And some of the Mardi Gras already getting on their horses. Boy, look at that mask.
But you see what he's got?
Got his cell phone.
Got his cell phone.
He's lining up his buddies to come meet him.
That's a little couple here. And
that's a mask.
Oh,
yes. And then that's everybody signing in over at the
American Legion Hall. And there's 3 brothers here getting ready to make the run.
It's very neat.
And this is the little music wagon.
Right.
They play music the whole run, the whole time.
KSLO will see you on the other side of 3. That's the how do you say that? The
flip side?
Chanson de Mardi Gras.
Chanson, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
This is
the band getting in
part
there.
of the crew getting together in the little bandwagon.
Look, that chicken.
Oh, yeah.
They caught a big one.
Caught a big chicken before the run started.
God, they don't.
And this is a bad mask right there. That's not a real man, though.
I tell you what, he's rough. And they're saddling the horses.
Saddling up.
And look, you got some Mardi Gras already in the tree.
In the tree cutting up.
You'll hardly start it.
Yep, look that's good.
Ooh,
that is a good picture. These are all pictures Vicky took, and we didn't show all of them. Now, you go to the gallery.
On the photo gallery, you can download if you don't see your picture pop up. That was using a crawfish sack as his mask. That's clever.
That's clever. And that's Zeke on the right, and we're going to see his wife in a little while, Leah, and they're good friends of Vicky, and might be related, but definitely. And Leah, of course, probably just good friends. Leah is from Mamou, Louisiana. Right. And Zeke is.
More folks signing up. Look, they're already standing on the horse.
Standing on the horses.
And that one's standing on his head on the horse.
I mean, that's Leah right there on the left.
And look, they even got the baby in the costume.
Got a grandchild.
And look, some handprints.
Yeah, well, they wanted to mark his horse. He didn't want that horse to get away, easy to find.
Where's your shoes?
I'm bad. That's my pajamas I'm in.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm trying to
I just came out of the Mamou Hilton room there.
And the OPAC Finance is there too. If you need to borrow some money, they got a location right there.
Yes, sir. If y'all ran out of money around Mamou and Eunice and Ville Platte, we got some offices, Opelousas, Scott.
Pork steaks, I see.
Yep. And this is a little story here. We're going to take a little minute here.
Give me your story.
Let me get the names right here. The young man on the right, he's a professional photographer, Chris Granger. with the camera. Yeah, he's got the big professional cameras. Then, of course, I'm next, and then next is Malcolm Lalonde, and then the next gentleman is Billy Boy Link, and he's in the striped shirt, and he's from Crowley, Louisiana. Right now, he's in the midst of harvesting crawfish. Pretty